Africa's gift to its tribe. Homegrown radio. Ekaya. My home.
Comfort zone, because that's when you really get to see how well you're going to flourish. Martin Luther King says that the ultimate measure of a man is not during times of comfort and convenience, but during times of challenges and controversy. So we need to give you a challenge to make sure that you actually measure if you are indoor or if you are the person that you're really destined to become, or you're just playing games in life.
Greetings, super greetings to everyone. My name is Tumelo Kuba, aka Tik AJ. This is Homegrown Radio, the power of positivity. The sun is out, the birds are singing. Today I'm super blessed. I'm joined by Bliss from X Factor Youth. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm good, my brother. What's good?
I'm doing fantastic, man.
That's dope.
Tell us more about your product, man. X Factor Youth, before we go any further.
Okay, so X Factor Youth is a gang. It is a clique, it is a crew, it is a whole organization where we really want young individuals to pursue excellence in whatever space they're in. So if they're a musician, they're in science, they're in business, we want them to be high performance individuals. We don't accept average. What we really want to do is people who come to us, they say this is what they want to pursue, and we make sure that we go all out to make sure that you become the beast that you are destined to become in life.
That is amazing, man. So how do you join? If maybe you want to be part of the organization, how do you join?
Anyone can join. Literally, you just have to text. You can DM us on social media. There's no criteria. Or you just have to be hungry for it. You just have to be prepared for the stuff that we put you through, because we really want to take you out of your comfort zone. Because that's when you really get to see how well you're going to flourish. Martin Luther King says that the ultimate measure of a man is not during times of comfort and convenience, but during times of challenges and controversy. So we need to give you a challenge to make sure that you actually measure if you are indoor or if you are the person that you're really destined to become, or you're just playing games in life.
Amazing. Because the one thing I've learned about life is that as soon as we have those kind of organizations, it's going to equip our young people, it's going to equip the youth to become better people in the future, in the next coming years. Because we need people who are going to take care of our country. We need people who are going to take care of themselves, people who are going to take care of the street kids. And such organizations, they're going to create a huge impact in our community. So when speaking about our community and speaking about X Factor Youth, so basically today we're speaking about excellence. Man, tell us more about the word. What comes in your mind when you think of the word excellent?
Excellence is really pursuing things that people do not want to pursue, going the extra mile where people dare not go to. And then I always reference it back to an OG. He's a Greek philosopher that many people know. His name is Aristotle. And Aristotle says that we are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence ought to be a habit, not an act. So excellence to me is habitual. It has to be something where you wake up in the morning, just like how you breathe. Breathing is not an act, it's an habit. You just always have to breathe. So you always have to pursue excellence. You really want to create a situation where if I know TKJ is going to do something, I don't have to second guess. I know he's going to kill it. I know he's going to be excellent at it. So that's basically the branding behind excellence. And excellence is really going the extra mile. It's being a beast. It is taking over. It is taking up space. It is being a high performance individual to just take over the game.
Powerful. Bringing excellence in everyone's life, in everything they do. Because now you'll find that when you go back to our schools, now we are focusing on quantity, not quality.
Exactly.
That is why you'll find, people, they will try to make everyone pass in the class and every school, because now they are moving with the quantity. So as someone who's preaching excellence, what kind of message do you have for schools who are preaching quantity instead of quality?
I mean, for me, it's letting the benchmark become low. I mean, if you look at the Department of Education, what's the pass rate mark? It's 30, 40%, 50%. It makes it easy for someone such as, for example, an Asian or someone who's not from here to actually really get to excel, because it's the benchmark is so low. Whereas if the benchmark was 70s and 80s, then you would definitely get to see that, okay, there's some competition. But if coming in as a high performance individual, when you look at all these things, you're like, but this doesn't help me grow. Because the whole point of being in a challenging situation is to really test your strength, test your capabilities. So if you see the benchmark being 30%, and all of a sudden you're being celebrated if you get a 50, then you're not really exceeding expectations. So I really think that the benchmark needs to be high. We need to bring people up to standard, because we can't keep lowering the pass mark just so that we can put people in. But in the other side of the spectrum, because we want to build high performance individuals, we really want to make sure that no one has to guess that you are a high performance individual. As soon as you walk in, I know no, he's definitely going to come in and he's going to do the work, he's going to kill it, and he's going to take over. Because that's what we're doing. And unfortunately, with society that we live in, it makes it very easy for us to take over the game, because you see it. You see the benchmark. The benchmark is so low, so the expectation is really low, that it's easy for us to stick out. And then you also look at, the 1%. You wonder why the 1% is pursuing excellence. They are rich. You speak about, the top 1%. It's because at the end of the day, they move different. They don't move the way a person getting a 30% or 40% moves. They move completely different. The way they view the world, the way they view society is completely, completely different, that we just don't know about.
That is amazing. Okay, now, speaking about excellence, speaking about being excellent in everything you do, I'm going to be honest, we are from South Africa, where we've got load shedding, we've got many social issues. So, if you were involved in our government, where we don't see excellence taking place, I'm going to be honest. So, because now, I'm saying this because a lot of people, they're suffering from load shedding. There are people right now who have lost their jobs because of load shedding. We've got businesses closing because of load shedding. We've got people who are no longer operating well because of load shedding. So, according to you, what kind of excellence would you bring in our government?
I mean, you're trying to get me into trouble here. No, the first thing is obviously trying to diagnose the whole thing. Like, you can't just jump into something. You have to do your research. Due diligence is very important. And as a high-performance individual, you need to accept or deny. I mean, if you see that you can't assist because the environment doesn't allow you to make those changes, then bounce. Like, that's not the space that you need to be in. So you really need to pick your battles, pick your challenges wisely. Because
I love that. Just pick your just be careful to because like there are some wars and battles like you can't handle it. So
and you might find that you're better off being in the private sector. If you know that, okay, you have more control in the private sector because the public sector, there's too much bureaucracy, there's too many people to speak to, this person has to sign off. That's why you actually find why a lot of people prefer to be in the private sector, because they have more control. All they have to do is just look at the government gazette, see what policies is out, and then they make economic transitions. So it's for us. I mean, I prefer to just focus on the private side. So
private
for
side,
me, because there's just too much going on in the public sector.
Man. Speaking about the government and everyone, according to you, man, what is the future of the youth of South Africa?
I really think that if, again, we put certain measures in place, like bump up the pass rate to not 30%, but to just increase it as well, also improve how people are being taught, then I really think that we're on a good way, because there's a lot of beautiful stuff in the country. Again, as much as there's negativity in South Africa, there's a lot of beautiful things that should be brought out. So I really do feel that the youth are in good hands, especially if they have organizations such as X Factor Youth. And it's not just X Factor Youth that does this. There's other organizations out there that are really rooting for the youth. They're rooting for the youngins from Tembisa, Soweto, Mamelodi, in Durban, KwaMashu, Umlazi. Like, there are organizations that are really about it, and they're not depending on government. And that's why I say that there's people that just want to focus on the private side, because they can do much more than in the public. Yes, it would be nice to have public assistance, but the private side, there's organizations that are doing the most, that we really need to bring out, So I feel like the youth are in good hands if we just have assistance, in that regard. All they need to do is just give us a certain budget. They don't even have to worry about anything else, because the youth, we have it covered. The youth are in good hands. They really are.
Yeah, that is amazing, because as far as I'm concerned, is that X Factor Youth deals with is there to equip the youth, upgrade the standard of living of the youth. Because as far as I know, man, that now we live in a different world, because now everything has changed. Everything now is digital. Everything now it's fast. So in terms of the social media that we have now, and now everything now is very equipped. From you guys as X Factor Youth, how do you utilize social media or technology to impact the youth?
Yo, social media is a plug, man. Social media is a plug. I mean, look at the platform that we are in. You know,
Yeah.
the fact that we are able to not rely on going to ACBCs. Like, we can just set up a podcast now.
Yeah.
And we can immediately get it to the youth. There's no red tape. You know, there's no executive producer that has to sign it off. There's no taking it to, you know, the head office for a green light. We can just put something out on our phones. So we can easily impact people. Because again, with the young people, especially with us, the generation that we're in, there's something called instant gratification. We want to get things now. You know, when we want to go somewhere, we request an Uber.
Yeah.
We get Uber Eats. You know, we don't have to hunt for our food. So we are very privileged to be in the positions that we are in, so that we're able to impact the youth as quick as possible, as much as possible, because there's quantity and quality that gets to be done through social media.
Yeah, I don't move with quantity, I move with quality, because it's very imperative for me to consider the people around me. I need to move with quality people who are there to tell the truth, people who are there
Definitely.
who can assist me, man, to survive in this world.
Yeah.
So speaking about people surrounding us, man, what kind of surroundings do you have in your life?
You know, there's a saying, as you mentioned that, you know, it says, show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
Yeah.
You know, you are a product of your environment. So the clique that you're around really represents the type of person that you want to become. So if you're around like niggas that are just like lazy, they just chilling, you're obviously going to be that person. There's a reason why you need to surround yourself with other people, you know, with people who are high performance individuals. And that's what we are trying to do at X Factor Youth, where, for example, I was privileged enough to spend time in Germany. And because of that, I speak German. So because of that, I'm able to surround myself with individuals who speak German. And there's a lot of things you can learn from different cultures as well. So really, really pick your friends. Because at the same time, if you, let's say when it was Koten and I chill with you, immediately by association, I'm going to be Koten. Because it's like, when gas ban, you know what I'm saying? So, but if you associate yourself with high profile people, associate yourself with excellent individuals, then you're going to be branded as, you're one of those that are just excellent, that you know that, okay, if we give you a project or we give you an assignment, you are going to take over the game. That's the type of branding that you want. That's the type of association that you want to be around with, because those people, you know, they say iron sharpens iron. So you really need to be around people that have good iron. You know, you don't want to have a rusty, old, you know, stainless steel, or, you know, tin can type of vibe. You know what I mean? You want to be with people who are very, they have substance. They have quality in them that you just want to extract from. So
that is amazing. Show me your friends, I'll tell you more about your future. Or TKJ will tell you more about your future. This is Power of Positivity, where we speak about positive stuff, because we believe that it is so seems impossible nowadays to stay positive, because now we've got a lot of things that are happening. We've got a lot of things that are taking place. But if you commit yourself and say, today I choose to be positive, remember, a positive mindset attracts positive things. So whenever you speak in your life, speak positivity, speak positive words, speak positive stuff in your life, then automatically you're going to attract great positive things. So do not give up. Do not lose hope. Lastly, man, if right now there's someone who's thinking of committing suicide because of unemployment, because of a lot of things that are happening in their own lives, because we know, man, everybody is going through rough patch. Everyone nowadays is going through tough times. What message do you have for someone who's going through a lot?
Really, take 10 to 20 seconds to really review, and also understand that your situation is not unique. There's a lot of people that are going through problems, but it's not about the problem itself. It's about how you deal with it. So again, surround yourself with the right people. Voice out. You know, that's another thing.
Speak, guys.
We don't speak about it much. Really voice out and get people who are willing to listen. Because it's one thing telling someone something, but the other side not listening, and that's the whole point of communication. So really communicate that you have an issue, and also find outlets. You know, X Factor Youth is also welcome to jump in. You know, we're not mental health advisors, but we do have people who know people, and that goes with the people you surround yourself with. So we have people who are psychologists and psychiatrists and stuff like that who are willing to jump in, because we really want the youth to boost, and we do understand that there's an issue. I mean, with mental health issues and high risk, we are a high risk generation when it comes to suicides. We are a high risk group, so there's really something that we need to fix there. You know, so X Factor Youth is very cognizant of that, but we also know that killing yourself is just not the way. You know, suicide it's not the route, because quite frankly, cowards rarely commit suicide.
Yeah.
You know, they say that everybody dies, but not everybody lives. It's very easy to just commit suicide, but that's not the answer. You should really test yourself by living, because living
Yeah.
isn't easy. That's why not everyone is doing it. So really, find people, and there are people that are willing to listen. Trust me. If you put yourself out there, there are people who are willing to listen. They're not going to laugh at you. They're not going to be disappointed. They're going to be there to listen, and they're going to use you as an example to actually show that, okay, you were depressed, you went through stuff, but you are a beast. Because everyone is a beast in them. They just need the specific people who want to bring that out. But you are a beast. Trust me. You are a beast in your own way.
You are the beast in your own way. Don't be afraid to speak. If there's anything that is painful in you, there's anything that you're going through which is painful, speak to the people around you. As Eleon, you have said, just be careful of the people around you. Sometimes the people around us, they're the ones who can lead us to commit suicide and everything. Be careful of your surroundings. Do not lose hope. Keep on hustling, keep on grinding. To all the hustlers and squatters, my name is Tumero Kubai, aka Tik AJ. This is the power of positivity, collaboration with X Factor Youth. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we are out.
Yes, sir.